What is up, guys? Welcome back to this episode of the Road to Redemption podcast. I'm, as always, your grateful host, Cam Williamson. Good to see you. Welcome back. Hey, I didn't want to take too long through that intro. It's the same every time. I try to switch it up so that way you guys don't always expect the same cadence, and now I've drawn it out, failing the initial point. Hey, today we're talking about being soul-serving instead of self-serving. Oh! Andrew Dice Clay, if you guys don't know who does that noise. Being soul-serving is doing what I talk about all the time. Doing what sets your soul on fire. When you wake up in the morning, if you're excited and you're happy just from opening your eyes, that means you're serving your soul. You're serving your life's purpose. And that can be very confusing because throughout our days, we go like this. A lot of us. We constantly feel good, and then we doubt ourselves, and then we feel good again, and then we question everything. And in those moments, we act, right? When I'm feeling good, I eat good, and I work out well, and I do all the things I'm supposed to do. I meditate, and I do yoga, and I take my walks and everything. But when I'm being self-serving, and I'm thinking too much, I rationalize behaviors, and I talked about that a little bit in my last episode about setting boundaries. We start to break our own boundaries, I believe, when we become self-serving instead of soul-serving. And let's make the distinction now, right? When I'm being soul-serving, I'm being honest. I'm telling those that I love how much I love them, and I'm showing them with my willingness to put the action in to make sure that they, can feel that. And when I'm soul-serving, I'm creating content that connects to other people, right? I've spent years creating content. You guys can go back and watch the couple years worth of catalogs that I have now, and it's been all over the place. We've talked about breaking news, and we've skateboarded together, and we've gone on vlogs, and we've worked out, and I've been sick, and I've been well, and I've been sober, and I've relapsed. I mean, you guys have been a part of my everyday life. So you see me struggling between being soul-serving and being self-serving. When I'm being self-serving, I'm looking at everyone else. Everyone that's in my scope of give a crap, I guess. And when I'm being self-serving, I'm chasing things like monies and status and badges and titles and analytics, likes, shares, comments, views, whatever. Because I know what I have planned in my mind that would be soul-serving, but at times we feel like, well, I have to be self-serving in order to be soul-serving, because self-serving feels more like a plan. It feels like, well, I understand what I want, I know what I need, and now it's time to be a little self-serving and put that into action. But we don't realize that in that split moment of realizing this is what I want, this is what I need, and this is the action that needs to be taken towards that, our doubts, our fears, other people's voices, other people's opinions, ways of life come in. And we go, instead of creating that video or making that post or taking that picture or writing that letter, I could probably just go and watch TV or turn a song on that I like. Because if I do that, then I'll be happy. And isn't life all about being happy? It seems the more that we try to make ourselves happy and the more that we try to make ourselves comfortable, the more miserable we become, because realness is lacking. We know life isn't easy. We know life isn't, it's not everything we ever wanted it to be. And that's because we spend a lot of time being self-serving. If we were being soul-serving, and I wrote this in my journal yesterday, I try to think back in life, and I don't recommend doing this long, but I try to think back in my life and I go, if every single moment of every single day, if I were to listen to the desires of my heart and my soul, And I would have told some people to kick rocks, and I would have told people to, please stay. Please don't let it go like this. And if I would have been more honest with my feelings to some people, and I would have told them, hey, when you do this, it hurts me. And it's been that way for a long time. And when you open yourself up to people and then you do tell them, like, hey, when you do that, or when you've done that in the past, I feel this way about it, and that person acknowledges it, but then they do it again. That hurts your soul, because if you're anything like me, you look at a situation and you go, well, I wouldn't have treated you like that. My love that burns in my soul would have never allowed me to treat you that way, because I would have never wanted you to possibly feel the way that I feel now, because I felt that way before, and that goes against everything that my soul is. Now, when I was out being self-serving and I was trying to drink to, I don't want to say numb my pain, because drinking never numbs your pain. Like I said in the last episode, it just exposes it. But self-serving and drinking comes from, you think you're going, at least me, you think that you're going to throw yourself down this garbage disposal of life before life can do it for you. When you're somebody like me, when you know that drinking is not going to cause good things in your life, and you choose to do it anyway, that's because, and for me, I'm just being honest, it's one of those moments where I go, I'd rather see what happens in the worst case scenario than keep trying my hardest to make the best happen. Because every time I try to plan for myself how I think my life should go, I fuck it up. And I fuck it up because I try to do what I think is right instead of what my soul has told me my whole life. Guys, don't live that life. Don't wake up every day and do everything that your inside is telling you not to do. When you get those creative ideas, act on them, please. The world needs them right now. When you get the idea to lay in bed and take it off because no one cares anyway, realize that that's the past. That's past people talking to you. That's past traumas. That's old ways of being, trying to keep you from evolving and moving forward in your life. To be soul-serving is to wake up and do the things that are hard. Meditate, take your walk, drink your water, feel all the feelings that come with accepting and surrendering what is not anymore and what is to come, right? A lot of times when we surrender our self-sustaining scallop farms by the seashore. When you surrender that self-serving side of yourself, you feel like you're losing. I'll try not to say it anymore. Because everything you've known and everything you've attached to and everything you've told yourself for so long that you are is now about to crumble right in front of your very eyes, because you realize that was never you. The self-serving part of you was an accumulation of people, places, and things, times and places that shaped you and molded you and your beliefs and your thoughts and the way that you chose to act going forward. Because either you didn't think something was meant for you, right for you, was the right way to go about living life, or because other people don't do it this way, that means you shouldn't do it this way. And then you wake up every day miserable, trying to figure out, well, what am I missing? What's lacking? And you can never answer the question because you can't be real with yourself. You keep spinning your wheels in this revolving door of, self-sabotage that you call self-love. Because it's a hot girl summer and I'm going to go, woo, get fucked up and do my shit because, well, YOLO and whatever. Well, that's self-serving for sure. You're showing yourself a momentary moment of love, and yeah, you doing everything for, your spouse and your kids and all that. You could convince yourself that it's soul-serving because it feels good when you tell people about it or people see the pictures online of you doing your bullshit. But what really happens is you start to resent the people around you when you aren't doing shit that's soul-serving, and that includes your spouse and your kids and everything else. When you're lying to yourself and you wake up talking a bit of bull to everyone around you and you know it within you that it's bull. There's only so many Netflix shows, music, songs, fucking podcasts, books, whatever you want to, what's the word I'm looking for? Distract yourself with. There's plenty of it out there. TikTok's got hours of the shit you can scroll through. It's the holiday times are coming up. You're going to have plenty of time to go and do dumb shit like haunted houses and fuck off and, make people believe whatever. That you're as happy as an ox. I always ask people, especially during this time of year, during Halloween, why do some of us come alive during Halloween? Why do some of us feel like, this is my time of year? It's dark. It's edgy. It's kind of like, it's the other side of life that 11 months out of the year we don't even acknowledge. The dark. Right? It's because the people that thrive in this time of year, they actually live in that mind space all the time. They know the darkness and they know what pain is and they live with it constantly. It's just now it's visual. Everything matches inside to out. It feels so connected because there's so much pain. But then you have stuff like this, the nice candles and the ambiances and the magic side of things that gives people hope. And it makes them believe that the supernatural could come in and fix their heart's desires. No, you got to fix your heart desire. If you're desiring something in your heart, in your soul, you got to chase that. Because if you don't chase it, the universe doesn't know, or they think that by you not taking action, that you don't want it. And it will do everything possible to keep it away from you. That's what the world does. Good, bad, or indifferent. All three of those are things the world is willing to give you. You just have to ask for it. So today, this Monday, we're nearing noon now. Before the end of today, ask yourself, what are you going to do for yourself to be soul serving by the end of this week? There's so many things changing in life right now, guys, that by the end of this week, if you don't make a decision about what's going to happen in your future, I could guarantee a lot of you what you want and what you're waiting for is going to be gone. It's not going to be sitting there waiting for you anymore. Because there is too much going on in life, and life is too short for anything, anyone, any situation, any opportunity to sit around and wait for you. It is trying to align to its sole purpose in life. People, places, opportunities, situations are starting to fall in place for those who want to be in line with their soul's purpose. I believe that with all of my heart. Remember, you can't make anyone want to follow their soul's desire. You can't make anyone, see things clearly. And you can't force any situation. So don't go, writing 100 emails, trying to get all these business deals in this time. It ain't going to work right now. I'm telling you on an energetic level, I'm telling you it's not going to work right now. Everyone is so buckled down. Everyone is so focused on themselves right now. It's really hard to get to a lot of people. So focus on yourself. That's what everyone else is doing. I love you all so much. I hope you're having an amazing Monday. I hope you know how much I love you. And guys, sometimes when I can come off more brash or aggressive, I hope you know that this is just the other side of love that is also necessary. It's something that I lacked for a very long time, which is sometimes love is tough. Love is hard. And sometimes love is having conversations and admitting things that you don't want to. Because if you really love the other person that you're talking to, and I do genuinely love you all, I want the best for you. So I would rather be the one to tell you some shit that's going to hurt your feelings right now, and you may turn it off and go, fuck Cam, that's fine. Trust me, I'm used to it. Fuck Cam, blah, blah, blah. But here's the gift that I have, and I've realized this. I have the gift of, I will say something, I don't know what it is, because I just transmute the messages that are given to me. I will say something to you that usually will trigger you first. You'll, fuck Cam, he's an asshole, blah, 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 blah. You're crazy, whatever. Psychopath, whatever you want to say. You're crazy, self-centered bastard, whatever. And you'll be going through your life, going through your day, something will happen. You go, Cam said that once. And then you're going to look, and you go, man, that motherfucker. And you're going to get mad at me. And you're going to go, that motherfucker told me. I'm not going to know. I'm going to be off minding my business, doing whatever I do. And then something else is going to happen if you choose to suppress that down again, and you're going to go, I heard that somewhere else. This time not from me. You're going to go, I saw that somewhere in life once before. I really ought to learn that lesson. And you go, nah, that's too hard. That would take too much. That's never been done before. Can't do that. Shut it off. Then, something else, bigger, hopefully not catastrophic, comes into your life and goes, wake the fuck up, and hits you in your head to it. And you have no choice but to stand in it and go, maybe I should have listened the first time and none of this other years worth of bullshit would have happened to me if I would have just been soul serving. And I would have learned from my mistakes and the mistakes from people around me that love me and care about me and try to tell me, But remember, there's very few of those people in life. Very, 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 very few. Like 1 to 2 maybe. Know that I'm one of them. Regardless, I love you and I want the best for you. And I'm out. Hey YouTube. Hey, it's a little pre-show.